We're taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. A growing number of young people falling victim to violent crime and being accused of committing it. The calls for change from city residents. And ahead of the summer, the city is preparing to roll out a curfew for teens. How they'll enforce it, that's all coming up. And topping your national news, President Joe Biden is set to meet with Republican leaders for new debt talks. The big talking points both sides need to agree on. Fox 45 News Midday starts right now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us here for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Taylor Stewart. We begin now with a city in crisis. Baltimore City's juvenile crime crisis is showing no signs of slowing down. This morning, a 15-year-old boy is recovering from a gunshot wound to the shoulder following one of several shootings over the weekend. And it turns out teens aren't just falling victim to violent crime, they're also being accused of committing it. Two teenagers, just one 14 years old, and those are both now under investigation following a murder last week at a T-Mobile in Canton. We've got live team coverage of the juvenile crime crisis and the community's call for change. We want to bring in Shannon Lilly now for a closer look at those demands and the residents and
well, people in the community that we spoke with are hoping for peace, but peace certainly seems distant in the environment that we live in. So there are some that are blaming leaders. They want to see them crack down on crime through legislation. Others say leaders aren't the problem. Take a listen.
There are too many guns on the streets.
The constant shootings, the constant shootings, the constant shootings. They repeat it. They used to be here and there. Now they just repeat it so much, so much.
Who wants to live in the city when you're fearful? We all want to have peace.
I don't blame the city leaders. I think they're trying the best they can. They inherited this problem. It's been here a long time. It's just been getting worse.
So as that debate continues on how to curb this problem, more people continue to lose their lives. In fact, just over the weekend, 4 people were killed, 3 more were shot, but survived. Reporting in downtown Baltimore, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News, Midday.
As the juvenile crime crisis continues, we're now less than 3 weeks away from Memorial Day weekend. That's the start of Mayor Brandon Scott's youth curfew. Olivia Dance shows us now how this curfew will be enforced.
The boldness of the crime and the age of the suspects in the shooting at this T-Mobile here in Canton is once again sparking demands for more to be done to address Baltimore's youth crime crisis. You can see there's still a memorial outside the store here for the 23-year-old employee who was shot and killed. Leaders have said addressing youth crime will involve an all-hands-on-deck approach, and one part of that is the youth curfew that Mayor Scott announced. However, even after pressing the mayor on this, it's still unclear how that curfew will be implemented and enforced.
Memorial Day is when it will start, and Memorial Day is when we'll be showing everybody what we're and how we're going to be doing, and doing it in a more evolved way than we have before. This is nothing new in Baltimore. Curfew is something, curfew laws have been on the books. Enforcement has been on the books and have been doing that for many, many years.
So we know the curfew will start on Memorial Day weekend, but it's still unclear exactly how it will be enforced. Of course, we will keep pressing for answers. For now, reporting in Baltimore, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
All right, making headlines, nationally recognized civil rights attorney Ben Crump is planning to file suit against the Archdiocese of Baltimore. We expect Crump to address the lawsuit this afternoon. He's also going to launch a petition calling for the passage of legislation that would remove the statute of limitations for child sex abuse across the nation. Maryland lawmakers just passed a law that allows survivors to file retroactive lawsuits, even if their claims have already expired under an existing statute. We want to disclose that Ben Crump is an advertiser on this station. All right, here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number 1, the field to replace Senator Ben Cardin is growing. Prince George's County Executive Angela Also Brooks is announcing a run for that seat. She posted the news on her social media pages this morning. Now, she leads the most densely Democratic county in Maryland. Congressman David Trone, Montgomery County Councilman Will Jawando, and Socialist Jerome Siegel are already running for the Democratic nomination. Trending number 2 here. Several families in Ellicott City are now looking for new homes. This follows a severe apartment fire overnight. This morning, investigators are working to determine what caused the flames that took firefighters nearly 45 minutes to douse. The flames broke out just after 10:30 last night. Nobody was hurt, but those families are now without a place to stay. Trending number 3, Mayor Brendan Scott joins other city leaders for opening a new playground at Falstaff Elementary School in Northwest Baltimore.
This particular program has been around since the 70s, and over the years it had become a safety hazard. So this renovation was long overdue. And it's time that we continue to provide these opportunities for modern day play spaces around the city.
It's incredible to see this playground being brought back to life, full of kids, 25 years later from when I used to come out here and play.
The new playground has a horse theme in honor of the Preakness Stakes. The school is just blocks from Pimco Racetrack, and the mayor says this playground is just the first in a series of new rec and parks projects to come in the next few weeks. Trending number 4 here, Maryland lottery players had the force of good luck on May 4th. On the popular Star Wars Day, there were 34 winning tickets worth $10,000 or more. Of the 34 big wins, 32 of them came from a Pick 5 ticket, and 27 those were $10,000 prizes on $1 tickets. The biggest win of the day was a $50,000 bonus Match 5 winner in Fort Washington. Go ahead and download that free Fox 45 News app for your up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, weather, anytime. Just search WBFF in your app store. Still ahead, a mom is going viral saying she once snack shamed by her son's preschool teacher. What she sent in his lunchbox that prompted the outrage. And discrimination in the workplace. We're going to take a closer look at the multi-million-dollar payout banking giant Goldman Sachs is handing over amid claims it treated female workers differently. And the war in Ukraine intensifies what Russia's President Vladimir Putin is saying about his country's invasion.
Heading into the afternoon, temperatures will remain steady in the mid-60s, but we'll have rain throughout the afternoon. Coming up, I'll have a look at the timing and when to expect warmer and drier weather.
Fox 45 News, winner of 17 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
All right, we're back with a new video out of Western Canada where dozens of wildfires are burning. As many as 98 separate fires have been counted at this point, 27 of them considered out of control. In total, more than 29,000 people have been forced to evacuate. Officials in Alberta say they've requested military assistance to help deal with the wildfires. All right, we're taking a look at your social stream right now. President Vladimir Putin says a real war has been unleashed against Russia. Putin made those comments earlier this morning during his address at Russia's Victory Day parade. It celebrates their independence from Germany in World War II. It's been more than a year since Russia launched its invasion of Ukraine, and overnight, Russian forces launched 25 missiles at multiple targets across Ukraine. Ukraine's Air Force says it successfully destroyed 23 of them. Now, taking a look at your social stream, one person says this is no proxy war. You can't just go around commandeering the neighbor's land. Ukrainians are fighting to defend their country. Another person chiming in saying this could all be sorted around the negotiating table. Trouble is, we've got no statesmen left anymore. That puts the future of the planet before their own greed. All right, we're also looking here at Goldman Sachs. They're set to pay out $215 million to settle a gender discrimination lawsuit. That's according to a report from Reuters. This payment settles a lawsuit that alleges Goldman Sachs systematically paid women less than men and held a bias against women for promotions. The settlement covers roughly 2,800 females employed at the company. Bloomberg reports about a third of the money will be set aside for attorney fees. Folks are chiming in here. One person tweeting, and the money goes to lawyers. Well, they're definitely going to be involved in this one. And it always does. All right, moving on here. The Biden administration is working to improve air travel for passengers ahead of the busy summer season. President Biden laid out plans for new regulations, and he wants to require airlines to better compensate travelers for meals and hotel rooms if they're stranded for reasons the airline can control. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says last summer the U.S. saw unacceptable levels of cancellations for things like staffing issues, not weather. Now, one person saying here, sounds lovely, until you realize these freebies you're mandating airlines to provide is going to make all of our airline tickets way more pricier. That might be true here. Another person says, how about if they sell you a flight, they have to provide it. Airlines cancel flights, they give you your money right back. A customer cancels flights, airlines gives you a credit. Well, there's obviously some debate there. All right, we're also going to keep up with President Biden's meeting today with Republicans as the two parties have to agree on a new debt ceiling. And as the country sees yet another mass shooting, a child psychologist is offering tips for talking to kids about these kind of traumatic events. And coming up at noon, it's Karamu, then 1 o'clock at Sherry at 1 rather, followed by the Hot Bench at 2 o'clock. Stick around. All right, we're back right now with a live look over the Inner Harbor. Go ahead, grab that umbrella. Coming up in just 5 minutes, meteorologist Jasmine Lomax is going to tell you when that next round of showers is going to move in and how long they'll stick around. Making headlines today, a Republican-led House committee advances a bill that would raise the purchase age for semi-automatic rifles from 18 to 21. The vote comes just 2 days after a mass shooting near Dallas that left 8 people dead. The bill has little to no chance of becoming law, though. Republican Governor Greg Abbott has previously shut down the idea. Doctors are now cautioning about the mass number of shootings we're seeing in the country. It's taking a toll on everyone's mental health, and for young kids, it can be especially complicated to process.
Even though they're happening more often, we still have to say to kids, this is very, very unusual. It doesn't, you are safe. You just have to let them know that they are safe and you're going to keep them safe.
Licensed psychologist Dr. Wendy Rice says when it comes to talking to kids, reassurance is key, as is understanding what they already know.
If your kids come to you and ask you about it, you want to say to them, hey, what have you heard? What do you know? Do you have some specific questions? Because by asking them where they're coming from, you're not going to give them more information than they need. By letting your kids do as much talking as possible, it's going to help you narrow down what you need to say.
So what should you say and when? The American Psychiatric Association and the American Academy of Pediatrics recommend avoiding the topic with children until they reach a certain age, around 8. But both organizations say it all depends on the child. All right, taking a live look at now at the White House, where later today, President Biden and congressional leaders are scheduled to meet to discuss the ongoing debt ceiling crisis. Right now, according to Politico, senior Republicans are privately limiting expectations for major spending cuts, even as they publicly stay tight-lipped on whether the House GOP will accept less than what their House bill is demanding. Republicans say it's ultimately up to Biden to negotiate. Now, Democrats are holding the line on no cuts.
If you don't send a signal, listen, the game is really between you and a speaker who's got to bring all these Republicans on board, which is a very fractious amount, then you're not understanding the political dynamic.
This is like walking up to somebody and saying, I'm going to burn your house down if you don't let me hurt your neighbor who just came back from the VA and can't get medical care, or the old folks down the street that can't get hot meals on wheels.
Nationally renowned civil rights attorney Ben Crump joining in on a lawsuit against the Baltimore Archdiocese at 4 o'clock. What survivors are now fighting for. And then stick around for 5 o'clock. The mayor's office is keeping information on spending from city council. What we're learning about the decision making behind where millions of dollars are going. And then at 6 o'clock, toxic Ohio water still coming to the Baltimore area. The continuing battle over whether our local treatment plants can truly handle the job. And to get your news in a flash, go ahead and download the Amazon Alexa or Echo app. We deliver your local headlines and your forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, just tell it to enable FOX45 Baltimore. Okay, trending today, a lost woman survives 5 days in the Australian bush, living off of lollipops. Living off of lollipops and a bottle of wine. Police said the woman's car got stuck in the mud while she was exploring the area. She eventually wandered into the dense bushland for 5 days before she was spotted by rescue crews. She was able to survive on the few provisions she had, which again were lollipops and wine that she bought as a gift. All right, Mark Clark, Be More Lifestyle host, Lollipops and Wine.
That's right, Lollipops and Wine, which, by the way, is the name of my new album coming out this fall. But
and it's going to have to be in honor of her. I mean, 5 days.
Look, I'll tell you something that my friend's mom used to do that I now do. She was a nurse, so she always kept peanuts and non-perishables in the car just in case you need an extra snack. So this lady has the lollipops in the wine, but I guess it was a gift. But this is a good message for all of us. Maybe in the car, pack up the non-perishables. You never know. You know,
every good auntie or mom has snacks in the bag. I'm sure maybe even better than lollipops and wine. But I mean, that's an incredible story. Could you do it?
Now, what? Lollipops and wine? No, I'd probably pass out. That's that combination. But let me ask you this: right now, do you have anything in your car that you could sustain on if you got trapped somewhere? Nothing?
I do, actually.
What do you got in there? Beef jerky?
A blanket.
Okay.
That's about it. I'm not really a car person. I would need someone to come save me, AAA, really quickly.
Well, I actually have T-bones in my car, just in case. You never know. I mean, you just never know.
Okay. Well, next time you should get your lollipops and wine.
So I'm glad she had that lollipop and the wine. That was great. Glad she made it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you're going to want to grab the umbrella, toss the lollipops and wine, save that for another day, because meteorologist Jasmine Lomax has a look at how long the rain is going to last. But first, it's time for your worst weather in America.
We are heading to Idaho for the worst weather, about 5 inches of snow. Even though it's May, still some parts of the country dealing with that winter-like weather. You can see it just looks cold from this photo. It's a big difference from what we have here. We have a different form of precipitation, of course. Rain with our higher temperatures. That's going to have an impact on some of your plans this afternoon. Then tomorrow, we're back to nice, dry and warmer weather. As we head into the rest of the week, we finish out with rising temperatures reaching the 80s. Over the next few hours, showers continue off and on. Around 2-3 o'clock, we're left with just a few isolated showers, but these clear out by the evening. You should have a nice and dry commute. Then we're staying quiet and clear overnight and into Wednesday, but we'll start with cooler temperatures. We wake up to the 40s and 50s, then we reach the 70s with plenty of sunshine by the afternoon. That will be followed by numbers in the 80s on Thursday and Friday. We'll stay in the 80s on Saturday, but that's our next chance for scattered showers. We've got more rain on the way on Sunday and again on Monday. That could have an impact on some of your plans. 65 though this afternoon as we continue with those showers. Then we're looking at the mid-70s tomorrow with sunshine, 80 on Thursday, 83 on Friday, 82 on Saturday with the next chance for scattered showers. Unfortunately, on Mother's Day, another chance for rain and temperatures in the mid-70s. We'll be in the low 70s on Monday with scattered showers again.
All right, still ahead, some good news for drivers. We'll take a look at what's driving gas prices down and just how much they've dropped. And gas prices are not the only thing going down. The number of followers you might have on Twitter, take a look. They maybe took a dip. Why the company says you should expect to see a decrease in your follower count in the coming days. And it's still a big night of TV here on Fox 45. At 8 o'clock, it's 911 Lone Star. At 9, the season finale of The Accused. And keep watching for Fox 45 News at 10 and Fox 45 News Late Edition. All right, trending now, Maryland lottery players had the force of good luck on May 4th. The popular Star Wars Day, there were 34 winning tickets worth $10,000 or more. Of the 34 big wins, 32 of them came from a Pick 5 ticket. 27 were $10,000 prizes on $1 tickets. The biggest win was a $50,000 bonus ticket in Fort Washington. All right, we're looking ahead to Pride Month here in Baltimore. The Baltimore Pride celebration is coming next month, June 19th through the 25th. And we're getting a closer look at all this year will have to offer. Just announced Grammy-nominated rapper Remy Ma and chart-topping singer K. Michelle will be the stars of the show. They'll be taking the stage on the last day of the festival, which, again, Sunday, June 29th, 25th. The theme of this year's celebration is One Heart, One Love, One Pride. And organizers are promising a full week of community service events. Don't miss this. You might see a drop in your followers on Twitter. Twitter says it's going to start removing inactive accounts. Elon Musk, the company's CEO, says the site will purge accounts that have been dark for multiple years. According to Twitter's policy, users should log into their account at least once every 30 days to avoid permanently losing your account due to prolonged inactivity. There's also new concerns right now about worker safety at an Amazon plant where a worker died in a fulfillment center in Indiana. Police say they're working to review all the surveillance video of the incident. Amazon says they're cooperating with authorities as they investigate. Gas prices starting to go down here, according to AAA. The average cost of a gallon of gas is $3.53. Now, that's down a penny from Monday, and it's down 7 cents compared to this time last week and a month ago. And on May 9th last year, a gallon of gas was going for an average of $4.33.
This Fox 45 news segment is sponsored by Chime Medical Center.
All right, it's that time of year, and we celebrate you, Mom. And you could win an extra $100 of spending money from now until May 12th if you grab your phone, scan that QR code for your chance to win a $100 Visa gift card. Play our Mother's Day Mania Trivia Contest, get the question right, and you could win that $100 check. And you don't have to be a mom to get it. Again, scan that QR code or get that Mother's Day Mania Trivia question of the day. That's all we have here for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyles up next. What are you guys working on?
Okay, now if you take your coffee with cream and sugar, that's not uncommon. But there's a new trend taken off online while some are putting salt in their cup of joe. We'll talk about it next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here along with Persia Nicole from 92Q. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
I love that hair, Persia Nicole. Let me tell you right now. Highlights Jackson. Okay, trending now, forget putting sugar in your coffee. The newest trend has coffee connoisseurs putting salt in their cup of joe. It's part of the new trend causing a buzz on social media, and it's as bizarre as it sounds. According to researchers, salt may help curb coffee's sometimes bitter bite. This follows a trend earlier this year where people were putting butter in their coffee. Okay, stop it. Stop it. Persia Nicole, are you a coffee drinker, and would you put salt in your coffee?
Listen, I drink 12 ounces of coffee every single day, and I'm sick of TikTok for making me try these little nasty trends because I tried the salt one and no.
How do you take your coffee?
Try.
How do you take your coffee, Persia Nicole?
I like mine light skinned. I like it caramel.
Like your husband. Okay, Lady T.
Okay, so basically, like, I'm okay with the salt in the coffee thing only because when I order butter pecan lattes from Dunkin', like it tastes like it has a little bit of salt in it also. But you know what? It's that salt and that sweet taste when it comes together. It creates a heavenly magic, and that's why. And so I'm down for this. I actually agree with it. But our blood pressure is going to be high.
Wow, Lady T is on board. Okay, we want you to tell it. Would you try putting salt in your coffee? Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, you know what to do. Make sure you click on the Lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. And at the end of the show, we'll see what everybody's talking about. Now, a mom is going viral saying she took her child out of preschool after being snack shamed by the teacher. The mom of two says she sends her kids to school with a variety of foods in their lunchbox, but had enough when the teacher told her her chips were unhealthy. The mom says in her house they don't label foods as healthy or unhealthy, but instead talk about healthy habits. The mom calls the teacher's actions passive-aggressive and says she's not having it. Lady T, would you be offended? I mean, you know, I used to have pork rinds in my little lunch.
Listen, I will roll up to that school so fast. What you're not going to do is send no note home talking about something, oh, it's unhealthy. First of all, if it's Doritos, I need you to fall back, sis. I need you to fall all the way back. What you're not going to do is that. But no, I think they got a personal beef. Am I right, Persia? This sounds like it's more.
Personal beef?
This sounds like it's more than just the chips. This sounds like it's been a beef that's been occurring, a reoccurring.
Persia Nicole, what do you think?
It gives me a reoccurring beef, and I don't like nothing about it.
A reoccurring beef.
Don't tell me how to mom. I'm a mom the way I want to mom. I'm going to send my kid with what I want to send. If you have a problem, go to the grocery store with me and pay for everything in the car.
Exactly.
That's right.
It's expensive out here to be sending them with lunch, and then you also. What if you want them to buy lunch while they're there?
Yeah.
Like, just take what I'm giving them. I know what I know what I'm doing.
Everybody knows Dorito Magic Dust is healthy.
Come on now, and the Cheeto dust too. You got to get the fire hot Cheetos as well, baby. Okay.
Just do not put it on a slug because it will devour a slug. Now,
oh Lord.
A new survey finds a majority of parents want to read more and say they hope it leads to their kids reading more too. 78% of parents say they read books to kids, and most of the kids happen at night. Around 63% saying at bedtime is the best time to read. And it may not just be beneficial for the kids, but also for the adults. Some say they feel better and want to go to sleep after they read to the kids. Now, as a family that read to the kids, I will say the kids did enjoy reading. We read, the grandparents read, even our dogs read, so they enjoy reading.
That's good.
Lady C, you don't have any kids yet, but are you going to read to your children?
I know. So here's the thing. My mom was a gangster. I don't know if you know, but she was like an education G. All right. So I thought because on TV you saw, all the kids being like, Mom, read me a bedtime story. I told my mom that. She was like, no, you're going to read me a story set. You're going to read me a story, young lady. And I had to read to my mom at night. And that's why I stopped asking her to read me bedtime stories.
Well done.
This is an education G. I was just like, yeah, I can't deal with this.
Persia Nicole.
I love that mama was an education G.
Yes.
Okay, because I do that all the time. Because I be tired at the end of the night. So read to me.
Yes, tell it.
But let me tell you something. There's nothing better than Persia Nicole with that rich, deep voice reading your bedtime story.
And I'm digging the red hair. Is it reddish? It's like a reddish.
I would pay for that now. Persia Nicole, could I sign up?
I love it.
Franchise, Paula, always making sure I'm good.
And the bob. It's giving bob season. Okay, now I know I got to get a bob
now. The fashion moment is over. Thanks so much, ladies. We'll see you later in the show. Persia Nicole, back to your show. Okay, still ahead. 4 singles are looking for love, and this is not your typical dating show. Coming up, we'll take you to the farm and see the sparks fly. But first, the weather is warming up. Coming up, a way to keep your car cool this summer. You stay right there.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Warm spring afternoons give just a hint of what your car can feel like in the summer heat. Stacey Bell is here to help us keep the inside of the car cool. Here she is with today's steals and deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Naki.
When it's hot out and you're headed out to work and you're going to leave the car out all day in the hot sun, you want to keep it cool on the inside because you don't want to get in the car and you or your children or your pets burn themselves. We've got just the thing. It fits into the glove compartment. It's called the Brella Shade. So you open it up and you raise it, and it's going to keep the sun out and keep your car cool all day. The inside of your car can get up to 43 degrees hotter than it is outside. Brella Shade cuts that by 35 degrees. And then you know how when your car has that new car smell, if it gets really hot, it's releasing those toxins in the air, and that's not good for you. And I'm a Southern girl, and it's like hot 10 months out of the year, and I hate sitting in the car, and I burn myself. This is super easy. It fits in your glove compartment. Some of the other ones, you have to figure out where you're going to store them. That's not an issue with the Brella Shade. You just pop it into your glove compartment. And it's going to save and preserve the life of your car, no cracking on your leather. It's just going to make your car cooler and more comfortable. We all want that after a long day or even a short day. Right now, we're offering a great deal. It's an awesome deal. It's 25% off. Head over to asadeals.com.
Things are heating up this season on Farmer Wants a Wife as we approach the much-anticipated season finale. Let's take a deeper look into the men of Farmer Wants a Wife. We'll find out what Landon, Alan, Ryan, and Hunter have to say about love at first sight, and then we'll hear about their lifelong relationships with animals.
I believe in love at first sight. I absolutely believe that can happen in a flash.
No, I do not believe in love at first sight. People are very much confusing love. You fall for somebody the first second you see them, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Honestly, I've never had that feeling, so it's hard for me to say that I believe in that. Do I believe it's real for some people? Yes, but, I can't speak from experience.
I don't know if I believe in love at first sight. I believe in heavy attraction, and I think that love is really, as you get to know each other, that's when the love grows. So, yeah, I don't know about love at first sight.
I don't necessarily think I believe in love at first sight. I know there's times we have that instant connection, but, well, yes and no. Dang it, sorry. I absolutely believe in soulmates. I'm going to sound like the most indecisive person in the world. So I told you I was raised in a barn.
They've got puppies, they've got cats. All these horses run so fast. Oh, living on the farm is so gosh darn fun.
That girl is trouble covered in trouble, and I am all about it.
Being up close and personal with the cows and seeing where he grew up is awesome.
It is a little bit comforting that there are women out there that want the lifestyle that I have.
He keeps looking up like
What makes my home a home is my horses. Horses make up half of who I am.
They're getting to see an aspect of my life, and seeing the girls enjoy that, that's a big game changer for me.
Yeah, he's giving me all the kisses.
I love animals. I think that this really is the dream, and I absolutely could see myself living here.
Farmer Wants a Wife, Wednesdays at 9 on Fox 45.
Make sure you check out the penultimate episode of this season right here on Fox 45, Wednesday at 9 p.m. And tune in next week on May 17th for an exciting finale to see what farmers will pick and what love will they find. Yes. Still ahead, a Real Housewife is no longer a housewife. The reality star who's calling it quits with her hubby. No! And we know the Royals love their tea. Lady T is about to spill the tea. Coming up, she's going to dish all the dirt. She's going to dish the dirt and spill the tea. It's all coming up next. And it's time to spill the tea. Lady T's spilling it.
Hey, what's up, fellow tea sippers? All right, let's talk coronation. All right, so the coronation for King Charles happened this past weekend. Prince Harry, he left right after the coronation. He flew back to LA for Archie's birthday. Archie turned 4 years old. Happy birthday, Archie. But Harry was not even invited to the balcony appearance that they had. And he was not invited to the gathering at Buckingham Palace. I'm sorry, every time I feel like I have to say it that way. Buckingham Palace. Afterwards, now reports also say that Harry had zero interaction with his father and his brother William. But I hear King Charles did shout Archie out during some kind of speech that they had at Buckingham Palace. So while at the private dinner after the coronation at the palace, he said happy birthday to his grandson. Then there was a concert with Katy Perry singing Fireworks and Roar. And Lionel Richie also performed a few numbers too. And the Masked Singer judge Nicole Scherzinger, she actually performed. Look, I'm a slight fan of her. I'm excited that she was actually able to perform there too. Lastly, Buckingham Palace released the official family portraits. These photos were taken after the crowning ceremony on Saturday. I love me some royalty, Mark. I am so excited. I forgot all about Camilla, but Camilla was there too.
The controversy was Camilla when she performed Bet You Think Your Girlfriend Is Hot Like Me.
Oh,
she said
Lord, listen. I got to give Camilla her props. She stuck it out. She stuck it out despite, like, you know, all the trash talk. Anyway, up next, you guys, let's talk about the Real Housewives. All right, so Kim Zolciak from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she and her husband, former NFL star Kroy Biermann, so they're calling it quits, y'all. After 11 years of marriage.
No.
Kim filed for divorce from Kroy. I hear they're having some financial struggles, y'all. Reports say they owe the IRS over $100K in taxes. It was allegedly built up from like a decade ago. Now, in legal documents obtained by TMZ, Kim wants spousal support, and she wants to legally restore her maiden name. Now, they had 4 kids together. I know she had previous daughters from another relationship. Now, the documents also say that there's no hope for reconciliation, but I think he's about to find out it's probably cheaper to keep her.
Well, he was never a star. I don't know if he's got it like that.
I know. I mean, he don't have any of the NFL residual money that, you know, you usually get. So they're in a hole. I don't know what's going to happen. We've seen what happened with the Chrisleys when it comes to tax evasion. So we got to figure that out.
Compare them to the I
know, that's my favorite family, the Chrisleys. Okay. All right. Up next, you guys. All right. So Monday night was the premiere of Disney's The Little Mermaid. The preview of the live-action remake took place in Hollywood with a blue carpet, not a red carpet, y'all. A blue carpet. Halle Bailey plays Ariel, and the film features Javier Bardem, Awkwafina. I didn't know Awkwafina was in this movie, and Melissa McCarthy. She's hilarious. Lots of celebs showed up to the premiere, including Tia and Tamara Mowry. In addition to the premiere, the movie trailer dropped, and it's giving teardrops, y'all. Oh my God, Hailey looks so beautiful, and the singing sounds surreal in the movie. Like, I can't believe her voice can go that high. Anyway, the movie's out in theaters on May 26th, and I can't wait to push the kids out the way so I can see it. I'll push the kids. I'll be like, get out my way. This is not for you. This is for me. I can't wait to see it. Oh my goodness.
Has the controversy died down? Is it now ready to go?
I think it's died down a little bit because now it's about to actually debut. We're about to see the movie, so now we're about to be the judges on this, Mark. I'm excited to see it. All right, up next, because the tea keeps pouring, y'all. All right, so people are losing their minds over Taylor Swift, as usual, because we Tay-Tay fans out here, baby. Possibly dating again. She and Maddie Healy were spotted together for the first time since we started hearing rumors about romance between the two. So they were seen leaving her concert in Nashville on Sunday night. Okay, we clocked her. Look, y'all. Okay, she hopped in the back seat of her truck. Back seat. Then they arrived at her condo around midnight. Okay, so maybe she got a little tune-up. Okay. Earlier that day, Maddie was spotted leaving her condo through the underground garage with her security guard. I don't know. Things seem like it might be getting a little serious, or it just could be a rebound. I don't know at this point.
Is Maddie a match?
I don't know.
I don't notice that.
I've seen him. You know, I don't know. I think it's a rebound. I think, and I'm fine with that, honestly. But she's back in these streets. We don't care. Tay-Tay is back in these streets, and she's performing.
Is he a big enough star, Lady T?
Yes. Is he a big enough star? I don't know about that. I just want to see, but I want to see her happy. I want to see Tay-Tay happy, and that's all that matters. Okay. All right. Well, that's it for the tea for today, y'all. Y'all know what to do at home. Y'all got to go sip on all that tea.
Thank you, Lady T. Time is now for your best weather in America. Here's meteorologist Jasmine Lomax.
This gorgeous photos coming in from Maine. An absolutely stunning sunrise. You've got the hills or mountains in the background and the beautiful oranges from the sky. A very different start for what we had. We had cloudy skies, a little bit of rain, temperatures in the 50s and the low 60s. Unfortunately, the rain returns and it continues through the afternoon. Temperatures will be fairly low, below average, only in the 50s and 60s, but tomorrow brings the return of warmer temperatures and plenty of sunshine. We'll have a rising trend through the end of the week, and temperatures will eventually get back to the 80s. Expect off and on showers through the early afternoon. After about 2-3 o'clock, we're talking mostly dry weather with clouds clearing. We'll have a little sunshine for the evening, so it looks like a good commute. Temperatures then drop to the 40s and 50s overnight. We'll start with sunshine for Wednesday morning, and we'll keep those nice and sunny skies by the afternoon. Our temperatures reach the mid-70s. It'll be a great day for spending some time outside, but the days that follow will be nice as well. We're talking the 80s on Thursday with dry weather, and the 80s again on Friday, providing a great start to the weekend. However, showers move in after that. We've got the chance for scattered showers on Saturday, Sunday, and again on Monday. So if you have any plans to be outside, make sure that you have a backup or prepare for rain. Temperatures reach the mid-60s this afternoon with showers. Then we've got dry weather for the evening and dry weather tomorrow. Expect sunshine and temperatures around average, 74 for the high, 80 on Thursday, 83 on Friday, 82 on Saturday with our next chance for scattered showers. On Mother's Day, we're looking at the mid-70s. It won't be a washout, but there could be some rain in the forecast. Then 72 with showers on Monday. After that, our temperatures will be above average. We return to the upper 70s.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Johns Hopkins University and Johns Hopkins Health System.
If you're a small business owner, listen up. An organization is giving away office space. The Light of Baltimore incubator at Baker Donaldson is a partnership with Johns Hopkins University, Bloomberg's, I can't say that word, and Goldman Sachs. 10,000 small businesses to support Hopkins local businesses and other local small businesses. Ladies, welcome. How are you?
Great, great.
And so, Chanel, tell us about this program. I saw you, and you told me you were so excited about it. You got me excited about it. Tell me about this program that's going on.
So our program is, we are Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses Program, and we are partnered with Baker Donaldson Law Firm downtown. And what we have is free office space for small businesses in Baltimore. And it's an opportunity for them to come in, use the space. They get learning, they get education services, they get connected to our Goldman Sachs program and our Office of Economic Development and Community Partnerships at Johns Hopkins. But it's a great resource. We have free conference rooms, AV, tech. We have a 40-person training room, the Alicia Wilson training room, and Alicia's right here. And it's just a great space to engage local business owners, but also they get access to legal services, legal consultations through Baker Donaldson.
So, Alicia, tell us about, I went to the space and it's beautiful.
Yes.
And just being in the environment, I think, could help motivate businesses and just anyone. Talk to us about that, the proximity to the greatness there.
Oh, yeah. So the proximity, one to all the other businesses, right? There's something that happens when businesses get to think about growing their businesses alongside really successful businesses, but also like the contribution of Baker Donaldson to downtown, to the small business ecosystem in Baltimore can't be understated. And so they go up one floor and they really are sitting there with some of the world-renowned attorneys that sit in Baltimore and have contributed this amazing office space to allow for them to grow. So Baker Donaldson gets so many kudos for what they've contributed to just building an environment where businesses can grow.
And talk to us about the partnerships. You guys kind of work as a team to make this happen. Talk to us about that.
That's right. Well, with coming back from the pandemic, there's a lot more people who are working remote. And so we found ourselves with a lot more office space, and we wanted to find a way to be good neighbors. We're a part of downtown Baltimore. We've been a part of downtown Baltimore for decades, and we could have used that space for a lot of things, but we thought it was really important to help the city and be a part of making sure that downtown Baltimore thrives. And so, I call up my good friend Alicia, and we figure it out, right? And so from there, the incubator was born, and we we give our space. They get to use it for free and get to be a part of 100 Light Street, which is one of the best buildings in the city.
It really is. So as we wrap things up, how can people get involved? Because I know they're watching like, what do I need to do?
So to take advantage, we have one office space that we're raffling off to one lucky small business owner. You have to qualify for our Goldman Sachs program, which is 2 years in business, at least 2 employees, and $75,000 a year in revenue. It's a 14-week intensive program. However, it's a growth plan to help you grow your business throughout its tenure.
And where do they go?
They go to, you can visit our website at www.10ksbbaltimore, or you can send me an email at cwhit129jhu.edu.
We have to wrap up, but thank you for joining us. And don't be strangers. You'll be back, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And some lucky business owner will be with you guys next time you come up. Now, if you take your coffee with cream and sugar, that's not uncommon, but there's a new trend taking off online. That's why people are talking about putting salt in the coffee. We want to hear what you said about that coming up next.